What's up, everyone there in Internet Land? I'm Vinny,
I'm Joe.
and welcome back to another unboxing on the Retro Grab Bag Show. Today, we are going to be looking at just 5 titles that I actually ordered from the hit or miss GameStop Retro Library online. I say hit or miss because you might get a couple things that are awesome at a good price, and then they have stuff that is completely overblown. You would expect that, I guess. I don't think these games are totally cleaned when you get them. Sometimes you got to clean them. But hey, you know what? If you're missing a piece in your collection, they might have it for cheap. I don't know. But yeah, Joe, you have no idea what's in here?
No, and I've never ordered anything from GameStop. I know over the last couple of years, I never ordered anything with the retro stuff, but I know over the last couple of years they started doing all sorts, right? Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy. And I've heard good things where, a lot of people, like you said, think they're junk, but most of them come pretty clean. And I don't know if they come with the manuals or not.
I think that's the big issue is you might order something and think you're getting a full deal and you're missing a manual or the box is broken or something like that. Yeah. Or the label's torn. Hopefully there's nothing like that. Yeah. So this will be a nice little test for that too. I have not inspected any of these. This is still sealed from when it got here today, actually. So I'm excited about a few of these titles. There are a couple commons in here because I got to throw that in there, but there's some nostalgic factors. So let's just get into it.
All right.
Open this up. Yep.
All right. Got my trusty blade.
Careful there now.
See if I can cut myself.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know. Vinny left this as a surprise for me as well. So
yep. I remember what they are. Let's see what kind of shape they're in, and let's see if it's what's going on here.
Okay.
Well, first sign is good.
First is good. Yeah, we got bubble wrap. So
I'm
going to try to do this without looking in. So I'm just going to reach in.
And we do have the bubble wrap. There you go.
And we're going to pull the first one out.
All right. What do we have there?
Which is Super Nintendo.
All right. This would be one of the.
Okay. So we got. Let's put this down here so the camera can see it. So it does come in a nice little bag, pre-owned bag, and then we got Spider-Man, X-Men.
So this is one I played a lot because we happen to have it. It is not a great game. This would be one of the cheap commons. I think this was.
Oh, that's a common?
Oh, yeah. I think this was like $3.
Okay.
And I am starting to build up the Super Nintendo stuff again. I was kind of leaving that out in the beginning, but hey, if it's there, dude, $3. I played the crap out of this as a kid. So it has. Yeah, let's take a look at that. I forgot they put everything in a nice little Ziploc bag.
That would bother me too. Like if you order it,
that looks really good.
$3 is $3, but you always like to have a nice clean label.
There's like a couples, but that might actually look better than the copy we had.
For $3, that's great.
That's fantastic. Yep.
Yeah.
And again, like I played the living crap out of that, so it's cool to me.
Let's go.
All right, so we got one of the commons out of the way. I kind of like how this is going.
How many are in this box?
There should be 4 more left.
So 4 more. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna reach in. Pull out.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Yes, now
that's a classic.
This might be the biggest item that I was waiting for here. Now, Joe, what did I play a lot as a kid?
Game Boy.
Game Boy. I made a little Game Boy section behind me here with the Game Boy stuff. As far as the channel is concerned, I'd like to do more Game Boy. This is a Super Game Boy. I never had this. Okay. I was always envious of the Super Game Boy.
Yeah.
This goes into the Super Nintendo. Your Game Boy game goes here, and you play it on your TV. What does this mean for the channel? We can capture freaking Game Boy.
Yeah.
How neat is that? How does it look?
That is cool. I mean, I always liked it more because I was never a huge portable guy, but I like to play the games on the TV. So these things were perfect. I got into it more with when they did that for the Game Boy Advance. I think it went into went into the GameCube.
Yes,
the little cart went into the bottom, and there was night and day between playing a game like Castlevania, trying to get the glare right on the Game Boy Advance versus full color glory on the TV. So those things are great.
I am really happy to have that. That looks fantastic. That one was like I think $12.
Okay, so that's a little more expensive.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of standard. GameStop will do a lot of standard prices, but then they'll blow some other things up. I think they try to draw you in on some other things. But dude, again, I was super envious of anyone who ever had the Super Game Boy.
Yeah,
that's going to be awesome for us.
Sure.
More to come on the Game Boy.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
I'm very happy about that.
Right, moving on.
And that looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's clean.
Let's see what else you got there. Oh, we got some.
We got some labels.
Yep.
Okay. Now
Okay.
we got going back to Nintendo,
Yep.
regular Nintendo with a Capcom.
So yes,
Chippendale.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers. So I think this one is not as loved as DuckTales,
Okay.
but the graphics look like DuckTales. There's some of the music in this look like DuckTales. I did play this a lot, not as much as DuckTales, but this one is something we need to dive into
Yeah.
because I think as far as these classic Disney Capcom games, we mentioned a couple before, like Mickey Mouse Capade and whatnot, that this one's probably one of the better ones, right under
DuckTales.
DuckTales, yeah. Which is another one we need. Now I see a little bit of smudging and stuff around that, but still nothing that's gonna. I mean, this wasn't that bad. I think this was like $7 or $8.
Yeah. That's
For a Disney Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
You know that class. What is that? Did they do the thing there with the purple borders? That was like a thing they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's check that out. I like it.
You said you had a couple other ones too. So
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's probably like 5 or 6
Needed
of them that are there. But good games.
Yeah, those are cool ones to collect.
All right.
All right, so we're looking at 2 more.
And we got. Oh wow!
This would have been the other big one.
Now that's a classic.
Yep.
That I think everyone has in their collection. If you don't know this game, then I don't know why you're watching the channel. But this is a classic.
Legend of Zelda.
The one that started it all. I mean, I remember playing this when I was a kid. Everyone did, and it was a really great game. Still is a great game. You can still play it pretty much on any system that's out now.
Sure.
And you got to love the gold cart.
I was just going to ask you about that. What did you think of the gold cart as a kid? Like, because this blew my mind.
Just different.
Because I'd see a ton of these that we would rent, and they're gray.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Legend of Zelda comes along.
Yeah.
How's this look? What kind of shape are we talking here?
This one's a little beat up. But
that is. Yeah.
But you could just see some of the paint gets scuffed off a little bit. But
a lot of these
in the end, you can't go wrong with this. I mean, this almost makes the game look much better because now it's an aged classic. And
that's great. Look at that.
You could tell somebody really grinded. Maybe taking it out and blowing on it a couple times and throwing it back in there. But
look at
looks
that
good.
Bad boy.
How much was that one?
This was the most expensive of the lot, 15.
No.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, I've seen that in stores for like 20, 25 too. So you know how that goes.
You got to have that. In your
God.
I'm surprised we didn't have that.
How about that? No.
I know.
Can you believe it?
That must be one of the ones we lost back in the day because I know we had it.
Easily. We lost a ton.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to have the gold cart back.
Yeah, it's back.
I'll have to go next to the red cart. All right.
So we got one left.
So this is going to be a common, but it's a cool common.
Okay.
And my kids are going to really like it.
Oh, of course. You can't go wrong with that label.
And I did play this. Look at that bad boy. I mean, that's just cool. It's Ghostbusters on the NES. My kids just got into Ghostbusters like you wouldn't believe. They are crazy about it.
Yeah.
I did play that a lot. I think, so we didn't have this, but this was a rental.
Mm-hmm.
This was an Uptown Video, a lot of rental.
Okay.
The game's not good.
Yeah.
It is.
You can tell by how clean it is. I don't think anyone's even played this. Look at that.
The only
scuff is on the back.
What's that all about?
But that label is perfect.
I don't know. That's wild.
Nothing on there. But yeah. We should do a...
it's an Activision.
We'll do a quick play on that one.
Dude, so many games are Activision that you don't realize it, good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
You ever notice that? And they go back to Atari.
Yeah.
And maybe, beyond. Yeah, we will definitely have to dive into this one, too, as far as Ghostbusters. So we got Ghostbusters NES, Spider-Man and X-Men, Super NES. I'm really stoked about this again. Dude, this looks almost brand new.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
That almost looks like it was cleaned up.
We're going to have to play some Game Boy games and capture some footage. Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Capcom, and of course, we will have to clean that up because that is a little goofy.
Yeah.
But what would you rate this lot?
From GameStop, I mean, you can't go wrong with the prices you paid. I mean, half the time you look at these retro shops, and I would think something like this would be over 20. So I think you did well. I mean, this is definitely the best one in the lot, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But like we talked about, the Capcom ones are just cool to have from a collecting standpoint. And if that is anything like DuckTales, that's going to be a good game too.
It's definitely good, yeah.
But in the end, I think you'll get the most play out of the Super Game Boy because you do have a lot of carts that it's like I said, it's much better to play it on a TV screen than on the
I think we're gonna have a lot of fun
screens.
with that. Donkey Kong Land 1 and 2, Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins, one of the best Game Boy games, if not games ever.
Yeah.
There's also the Zelda that came out for that too, and everything else we still have.
I mean, because
that
was part of that Castlevania collection that we got that had all the games built in on you had it on Xbox or whatever, but
Mhm.
but one of the two of the games
Yeah.
were two from this, and
The anniversary,
I played,
the
I played, I
anniversary
think this,
collection. Sure, yeah.
yeah, and they were great games.
So we're
So,
ready to really do a lot more with the channel with that too. I think
mhm.
Game Boy's pretty popular right now, along with the N64 stuff is getting bigger too.
Yeah,
But yeah, what else did
I
they
don't
throw in
know.
here
You
real
got,
quick?
a
We got a couple minutes here.
standard $5 extra credit they throw in
Oh,
when
wow.
they want to take your iPhone,
What the hell is this?
and just a receipt.
All right.
But yeah, overall,
Yeah.
I would definitely feel fine ordering from GameStop after seeing this. I believe they do have some in the store as well, right? Because
What
I've
I
seen
saw,
that.
it's like the retro stuff is only at their main locations. So
Hmm.
there might be like their headquarter locations.
Yeah.
So you'd have to go to like New York or wherever. But most of the shops don't have the retro stuff. I have ordered from them before, and I've had some torn labels and stuff. And it's
Mhm.
just like, oh shit. But you get what you pay for sometimes. So
Would you say this is on par with like a actual retro shop that's dedicated
a dedicated
only to this stuff?
I would go ahead and say no, only because a retro dedicated shop, they cleaned it.
Mm-hmm.
They probably are gonna discount a torn label.
Right.
The thing is, you go on GameStop Retro, and I blindly bought this.
Right.
This wasn't the picture of it.
Yeah.
It was like a pristine photo.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
the
Like
other sites
I
that
had
we-
no idea that this was gonna look this good.
The other sites we dealt with actually have different sections for, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
where not that they're grading it, but they'll say this is good quality, and
Yeah.
they'll define what good quality means.
Mhm.
Label in good shape, cart
Yeah.
not scratched up,
Right.
and then you go down where, okay, this is poor condition for Mario Brothers 1, and it's $5 versus
Yep.
15 for one that's labeled good. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing I would see with GameStop, is that, like you said, it's just blind.
It's kind of blind. Yeah.
But in the
you
end,
don't-
I mean, they're not sending junk. I mean,
No, I mean, and I'm sure these games will work too. I
Yeah.
mean, and you can always clean them up.
yeah. So that's cool. Good
Yeah,
stuff.
it was a good unboxing, and we got some epic stuff here.
Mhm.
We'll continue to do more with it.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Well, that'll do it for this unboxing. Yeah, everyone have a great weekend and treat each other well.